home.
I'm just doing 30. I'm cutting back. The best 60 minutes. I was sidetracked by thinking of Micah Parsons. There is, again, 0% chance, or Jason has said it is correct. You can't use 0.000006. It's important that everybody knows that, because if it would occur, they need to realize how amazing a surprise it would be. It's not equal to a scientist with proof that the earth is flat, but it's close. It would be the most surprising event in your sports lifetime. Unless you can come up with one better. I don't think there is. The most surprising in my sports life would probably be when the Green Bay Packers signed Reggie White. I think I probably said pretty much the same. There's 0% chance that the Packers would sign Reggie White. I did not say that because Ron Wolf was the general manager, who I believed at the time was one of the best in the NFL because of what he had done both with the Raiders and then also with Tampa Bay. But I'm sure I said there's no way it's going to happen, but not to this degree. So it will mean that my prediction would be one of the worst ever, and fine. That's worth it for people to recognize how small the chance is. It would be the Packers getting Micah Parsons would be similar to pick the worst Division I football team in the country, Pebble, as for them to win the national title. What would
this year, probably the worst Power 4 team, and they probably will go winless, is going to be Stanford.
All right, Stanford. This would be like Stanford winning the national title, and as Pebble just said. So it's really important that everybody understands how incredible it would be if, in fact, it occurred. And that would be it. Like Stanford. We will get to your most surprising sports event. There probably might be games in there, but I think more of players being acquired or different things happening. 1-800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. Scheduled today is Rain Man. That's going to be next. Caller number 5. And the Carbless list is more. 1-800-990-3776. Caller 5 for Rain Man. Caller 5 for Rain Man. Rain Man is brought to you by Cousin Subs. They're kind enough that even if you stink, even if you get 0 for 15, you still get the $25 gift card, and that has happened. 1-800-990-3776. Caller 5, and you will be our contestant. If, in fact, you win the competition, which will be running now until the end of the year, you would win Cousin Subs for a year worth about $300. Pebble always lets me know who the leader is.
We have co-leaders right now, Homer. It's with 7 correct answers each. We have Matt in Tosa, and we also have last week's contestant, Nick in Sussex.
And was that his first?
That was his first attempt,
Yes,
I believe,
he's the first time we've ever had, I think, a leader with their first time. 1-800-990-3776. 1-800-990-3776. Caller number 5. So we want to thank Cousin Subs for being a great partner, and also Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service, and late in bringing this into the comments, but certainly deserved, over 50 years doing it well. That's how they can understand the complexities of employee benefits and do it so well. So, Saganiac Planning is and should have been some time ago, my fault. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits, top-notch service, and doing it well for over 50 years. Phone number you can remember. Saganiac Planning, all you got to remember is 783. Having to figure out how to remember that. Saganiac Planning, 262-783. Roger Maris, 6161.
That number again, 262-783-6161.
Tim Van Vorn is normally on Wednesdays. However, he is on assignment. I'm not surprised because given that this is the Brian Bulaga NFL bye week, I've honored him and naming it that because it's basically a bye week. This is just like the one during the regular season, except in the Brian Bulaga bye week, everybody is off. There's nothing going on. And then once it gets to next Tuesday or Monday or whenever they're going to, what the normally weekly Tuesdays, which is the day they have off? Tuesdays usually during the week?
Usually it's Tuesdays.
Yeah.
But with the holiday week next week.
Yeah, so whatever though. But this is a bye week. This is for no reason whatsoever. They could easily be finishing up the last preseason games. Nobody plays anyway. So they give you an extra week to have a bye week. That's what it is. All right, Rayman, 15 questions, 2 minutes. Our contestant, Peter in Mequon. Peter, good evening. And please, your Rainman resume.
First time.
Whoa. We're getting, Pebble, are you doing the phones differently? Why?
No.
This first time.
Random, whoever's number 5.
All right, yeah. Peter, more people must be calling. Peter, listen to, no one does this. How often have you listened to Rain Man?
I listen to it every Wednesday at 5 o'clock. I normally don't do great, but I figured I'd give it a try.
Yeah, and more importantly, and I support this, you get a $25 gift card at Cousin Subs. For nothing.
That's the only reason I call.
Yeah,
Homer.
for doing nothing. That's you can't embarrass yourself because you get the card anyway, and somebody's already had an offer, so you can't do worse than everybody in the past. All right, no one listens to him, and you have heard this before, but still, I want to give Pebble a chance to help you if you wish.
Yeah, Peter, you got 15 questions in 2 minutes. We're going to get through all 15 questions within the 2-minute time frame. So if you don't know an answer, say skip or pass. Homer will come back to it. So you don't want to dilly-dally because you want to get through all 15 questions within the 2-minute time frame.
Ready to go?
Yep.
The first question is the Saganiac Planning Marquette trivia question because Saganiac Planning has been a great supporter of Marquette. So, this answer is about Marquette and Marquette only. The other 14 questions might be, but don't have to be. This one has to be. You ready to go? 3, 2, 1,
Yep.
go. Name a team to beat Dwayne Wade and Marquette in an NCAA tourney game.
Kentucky.
Incorrect. What Packer player was NFC Defensive Player of the Week 2 times last season?
Oh, the safety. Xander. I pass.
Incorrect. How many times was Micah Parsons NFC Defensive Player of the Week last season? How many times?
3.
Incorrect. Edrin Cooper was 2-time Defensive Player of the Week last season. You missed that one. In 4 seasons, how many times has Micah Parsons won the award NFC Defensive Player of the Week? In 4 seasons, how many times has he won it?
2.
Incorrect. Only Wisconsin football coach with 13 wins in a season. University of Wisconsin. Only University of Wisconsin football coach, 13 wins in a season.
Alvarez.
Incorrect. Only a University of Wisconsin football coach with exactly 12 wins in a season.
Alvarez.
Incorrect. What was the Wisconsin record the first season of Barry Alvarez?
4-7.
Incorrect. Final AP poll. What's the highest ranking ever for Wisconsin? What number?
2.
Correct. Bob Uecker. Career batting average, 190, 200, or 230.
200.
Correct. How many World Series rings for Bob Uecker as a player?
1.
Correct. Most home runs Bob Uecker hit in a season, 2, 4, or 7.
Oh, God. I'll go with 4.
That would be incorrect. He leads the Brewers with a 299 batting average.
Sal Frelick.
Incorrect. Top seed in last year's college football playoffs. What school was the top seed, number 1 seed?
Ohio State.
Incorrect. The last captain of a winning U.S. team in the Ryder Cup.
Tiger Woods.
Incorrect. He's the current European captain in the Ryder Cup and was also captain in 2023.
Westwood.
That is incorrect, but that's a good guess. I have 3 answers on a roll. He hit 3 in a row. All right.
Wow.
I
was
don't know.
horrible.
Wait, no, maybe not. We'll see. It's based on how Pebble does. If he misses them,
Pebble
feel
did better than me.
All right. Name a team to beat Dwayne Wade and Marquette in an NCAA tourney game.
Kansas?
Kansas in the Final Four the year before. Tulsa. What Packer player was NFC Defensive Player of the Week 2 times last season?
Adrian Cooper?
Yeah, I made
You
reference
just brought it
to
up on the show.
Yep.
Before.
How many times was Micah Parsons NFC Defensive Player of the Week last season?
Once?
0. Zippo. Look it up. Cooper, 2-time Defensive Player of the Week last season. In 4 seasons, how many times has Micah Parsons won the award?
Once?
3. Once in 21, 22, and 23. The only University of Wisconsin football coach with 13 wins in a season.
Paul Chryst?
Paul Chryst, correct. 13-1 in 2017. Only University of Wisconsin football coach with exactly 12 wins in a season.
Bielema?
Brett Bielema, 2006. He was 12-1. What was the Wisconsin record the first season of Barry Alvarez?
1-10?
1-10 is correct. Think about that. That's how good he was. Final AP poll, highest ranking of Wisconsin, in fact, was number 2. And, Peter, I'll give you breakfast at Ted's if you can tell me the year Wisconsin was number 2 in the country.
God, that was like 10 years ago, I think. Probably 2015.
It was 63 years ago, 1962. They were number 2. They lost in the Rose Bowl to, was it USC, I think?
I think it was USC.
Yeah, Ron Vanderkellen and I grew up, Pat Richter. And they finished number 2 in 1962. The highest since then, I think, is number 4.
Yeah,
I think number 4.
99 and 2000, I think, was number 4.
Number 4, yes. Bob Uecker, career batting average, nicely done, 200. How many World Series rings? Bob Uecker won, St. Louis, 1964. The most home runs Bob Uecker hit in a season. He hit 14 in his career. Most in one season, 2, 4, or 7?
4?
7 in 1966. He hit half of his career home runs. He leads the Brewers with a .299 batting average.
Alex Stroh's favorite Brewers player, Sal Frelick.
Andrew Vaughn.
Andrew Vaughn, really?
Yes. They're close. You can look it up.
His average is like 245.
I don't know. No, it's $2.99. It's $2.45
$2.99 with the Brewers.
$2.99 with the Brewers. Yes. So is that a trick?
I don't know. I don't know, Homer.
All right. Okay. All right. We'll give you another one. I'll give you that one. That's a good. I'll have to think about
If
that.
you're thinking about his batting average for the entire season as a whole.
He was that bad with the White Sox, but for the Brewers. Who leads the Brewers in batting average with the team?
Yeah, Sal Frelick.
Wouldn't that tell you? No, with the team, it'd be Andrew Vaughn.
Oh, the team. Well, yeah, Andrew Vaughn, yeah.
But then everybody would know him. Why would I say that unless it was Andrew Vaughn?
Yeah.
Either way, we'll give you an extra one because it doesn't matter. You get 4 now. Tell the world, Peter. Top seed in last year's college football playoffs.
They got crushed.
Should've
Oregon
known
Ducks.
that. Oregon. And you should have known this, too. This is one, Peter.
Oh,
Come on.
yeah.
Last captain of the winning U.S. team in the Ryder Cup. Who are you going to pick? Pick somebody local.
Tiger?
Steve Stricker.
Steve Stricker?
Oh, Steve Stricker.
Yes.
Yeah.
When they won the last time in the U.S. He's the current European captain in the Ryder Cup and was a captain in the 2023. And I could have thrown in, he played college golf at Northwestern.
Keegan Bradley?
Luke Donald.
Luke Donald.
Luke Donald. By the way, he also, that's more than you need to know about Luke Donald. Come on, really. That one was probably harder. So, based on your dislike for the question about Andrew Vaughn, I will give you 4. It's legitimate. I don't know how else to say it, but if you had 6, I wouldn't make you 7 and tied with the other 2. So, it's kind of crumbs.
I don't blame you.
That kind of crumbs. All right, now that you heard the answers from Pebble, how do you feel that you did?
I should have got at least Paul Chryst and the Oregon answers correct. I should have had 5 for sure. Well, 6, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I would agree with you, Peter. Good luck the next time you do it. Good analysis of your performance. Peter, first time. We had more of those. Biggest surprise of anything in your life following sports? I say it would be Micah Parsons if he ended up being traded to the Packers, because the chances of that are 0.000003. There's nothing, and to me, the closest thing would have been Reggie White. No one thought that was possible. But that was more based on the Packers than understanding the new general manager, Ron Wolf. You may have another one. 1-800-990-3776. Jason Wilde at 545. The earth is not flat, and Micah Parsons ain't coming to the Packers. Next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. Eastbound on 94, we are seeing some big delays coming in from Highway 16 all the way through the Barker Road area, back on the brakes through the Zoo Interchange to about 35th Street. Westbound 94 is backed up out of the Marquette all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. More delays from west of Highway 100 to about Sunny Slope Road. And then we've also got some more delays beyond Highway 16 heading out towards Elmhurst Road. A broken down vehicle just past Highway SS off on the right shoulder, kind of adding to your complications here. Tee off at Lake Lawn Resort's Majestic Oaks Golf Course. 18 holes, lakeside in Delavan. Whether you're a pro or just starting, it's the perfect course. Book your tee time today at lakelawnresort.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Chance of showers or storms, a low of 60. Tomorrow, chance of showers and storms, partly sunny skies. Later on, a high of 70. Today's forecast, sunny skies and a winning shine. Get your first car wash free at TsunamiExpress.com just in time for game day. Tsunami Express. Wash, chill, repeat. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back September 9th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Texas Rangers.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in September 9th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Hey, Jen Latta here, and as a client of the We Sell Group, I can tell you firsthand, Rob and Nick make the home buying and selling process easier. Right now, school's out, and that means it's the perfect time to list your home. The market is challenging and inventory is tight, but you don't have to face it alone. Rob and Nick are pros. They take the stress off your plate so you can focus on your family, your summer, and just breathe. Contact Rob and Nick to see what your home might be worth in this market. Connect today at wesell.kw.com. That's wesell.kw.com.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and football season is here. Are you ready to make some money? My Week 0 plays were absolutely on fire. 13-2 across all sports during Saturday of Week 0. Now it's Week 1 of the college football season. Are you ready to make money? Go to FatJackSports.com. It's less than $100 a week to turn a profit betting the games. All the games are documented, they're posted, and you'll get a recommended betting guide that will help you make money betting on sports this week. FatJackSports.com. Sign up today and win this weekend.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh, and we've all been feeling the heat, and if your home isn't staying cool, your windows might be the reason why. That's why now is the perfect time to call Universal Windows Direct. And Universal Windows Direct has an incredible offer to help you. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and there is no limit. And here's the part I really love. You'll get no interest for 5 whole years. Call 414-410-2000 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com, and trust me, once you feel the difference, you'll be saying what I say. I love my windows.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
This is the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
She's my little baby, now she's college bound.
Jason Wilde coming up, and not for a bit. There's who's talking. He's listening to somebody. I don't know.
He's got locker room availability at was that 4:45? So.
Locker room availability, so he will be on in a little bit. 1-800-990-3776. The greatest surprise in sports. Mine would be Reggie White signing with the Green Bay Packers as a free agent back in whatever year it was, 1995. Wisconsin winning the Rose Bowl the year they did, and I think Barry Alvarez's fourth year, like 90, 92, 93, whatever it was. Those probably at the top of my list. And that I said all would be trumped. Wouldn't even be close. The biggest surprise of your life as a sports fan, and not even close, would be if the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys make a trade. I would say the chances are 0, but Jason Wilde said you can't say 0, and he's right. So I say 0.0000001. There's the equal chance of aliens attacking Milwaukee at 6 o'clock tonight. Not even saying this evening. Has to be at 6 o'clock. 1-800-990-3776. So my list is Reggie White. And then I should think of another trade or there's nothing even close to that. Johnny on the south side, 1-800-990-3776. Carbless, 1-800-990-3776. The Carbless talking text line lists as more. All right, Johnny, and just so you know, there's no wrong answer on this. Because whatever it is, and no one's required to think exactly the same, because it will depend to some degree on which team you root for.
I appreciate that. There's actually subjectivity in this.
Totally.
So that's a good thing. I was just remembering back to my youth, and when, wouldn't have been Kareem then, would have been Lou Alcindor,
yep.
But when we won the whatever it was called, the coin
flip of the coin with the Phoenix Suns.
That was that was just a big thing. So
yes.
that'd be it for me.
No, I don't know that was the biggest surprise, but I would agree with you, Johnny. There's no way that unless you were alive, you can understand how great that was. Because to that point, Lou Alcindor was the greatest college basketball player ever.
Yes.
And
I'm with you.
Everybody knew appropriately that the Bucks were going to win a championship with Lou Alcindor. It was probably harder than they expected, but yes. I mean, the greatest addition to any team at any time was that day that they won the coin toss to get Lou Alcindor. Nicely done, Johnny. 1-800-990-3776. So not the biggest surprise, but yeah, it's impossible to explain how good Lou Alcindor was because everybody knew because you had seen him play in college for 3 years. The famous movie, 1-800-990-3776, the greatest surprise to you in sports. And this is, I'm getting a list now because if, in fact, I was wrong, because I say the chance of it is 0.0000006, if, in fact, the Packers and Cowboys would make a trade for Micah Parsons, that would, in fact, become the greatest and not even close. That's how unlikely it is. I got a better chance of being president. 1-800-990-3776. Jason Wilde coming up in a little bit. Biggest surprise, and yes, Trevor McGill has some injury, and this will again test the Brewers, but they got an alternative as a closer. He hadn't pitched well the last couple of times, so it could have become a disaster and certainly limits, and who knows when he's going to come back. But the Brewers are in a position that they can, just as they believed when they traded Josh Hader, though the team didn't believe it, I'm guessing this particular group will be much better at handling the loss of McGill for a while with the alternative that they have, rather than being soft, as I believe that team was when they traded Josh Hader. There's no way that team should have been that bothered by that, given that they had a closer to take his place. And I don't think the Brewers management expected the team to crumble, fold, or be as fragile as they were. 1-800-990-3776.
Got a couple here, Homer, to the talking text line, the Carvelist talking text line,
Yes.
800-990-3776. Carvelist talking text line. List is more. From Ben, he says, Christian Yelich and Lorenzo Cain signings, bookending a sports center has to be up there. That's from Ben in Kenosha.
Okay.
And then Christopher texts in here and says, the Herschel Walker trade.
Yes. Excellent choice. I don't. Jimmy Johnson had just taken over the Cowboys, I think, and decided to make a move for all that he got for it. But yes, the fact that they had traded Herschel Walker, and again, being old, to know that back then the importance of running backs was much greater than it is now. So that I mean, they're all worthy because it's a question of what team you were. Yelich, to me, wasn't that great a player, but easily it could have been surprising. Both the two players. Who was it?
Lorenzo Cain.
Lorenzo Cain, who was very good. Who was also very good. So I can't even remember when it occurred, but I'm sure it made people think, hey, maybe the Brewers will be good. I think then Cain might have been a better player than Yelich. We'll have to look it up. 1-800-990-3776. Biggest surprise, mine is still Reggie White signing with the Packers. Didn't think there was a chance in the world that he would pick Green Bay over all the other options as, at that time, arguably the best player. We've had other suggestions as well, and I bring it up because if, in fact, the Packers would make a deal with the Cowboys, that would, in fact, become number one, number two, number three, number four, number five. It's important that you hear that and know that so that if it occurs, you understand how amazing and surprising that would be despite all this other crap. The Packers can do whatever they want. The Packers can offer him the whole state. The Packers can offer him the team. George Carlin, early in his career, was a sportscaster in his conversation saying that the New York Mets, I think, had traded or had given up the entire team to the San Francisco Giants for Willie Mays or something to that effect. So, yeah, Packers can offer every player for Parsons. That doesn't matter. Dallas has got to be willing to trade him. That's 99.9 or whatever. It's the biggest part of it, and it's why it's not going to happen. And I would emphasize it is worthy of also mentioning that Jerry Jones said, and it's a part I've never understood, maybe Jason Wilde can explain it, that was the same case with Devontae Adams. I don't want to play. Fine. Don't play. You have a contract for this year, and you played it out. But even after you play out that, you got 2 more years. We can franchise you for 2 years. You're not going anywhere. You don't want to play? Don't play. But if you're playing anywhere, you're playing for the Green Bay Packers. And if his actions follow his words, that's what he said. He's got Micah Parsons for 3 more years. He can't play anywhere except the Dallas Cowboys if Jerry Jones franchises him after these 2 years. So what's he going to do? Not play? Of course not. So nobody has done that. Gabe Neitzel mentioned earlier today that they did it with Pittsburgh, did it with a running back, and it didn't work well for him. I'm sure. I don't know why teams don't use it. They're not violating any rule. It's part of the contract. Any player who signs a contract should know he can be franchised the last 2 years. And the problem with the franchise is you got to pay, I believe it's top 5. Am I right, Pebble?
I believe that's correct.
Yeah, so the key was when they put it in there, well, yeah, if you're willing to pay somebody top 5, they'll gladly stay because they want the money. Well, that's what Jerry Jones could do. I said the Packers should have done it with Jordan Love. We'll franchise you. We don't have to sign you to a new deal now. Well, I'm not going to play. Then don't play. But you don't play, you're not going to get any money. You're going to have a chance to be really good. Well, they chose not to do it too. And my assumption is they don't want to be mean to players. Well, then the Players Association shouldn't have allowed that to be a part of the contract. There's nobody being mean to anybody. It's there. That's part of the deal. I think it's stupid for teams not to do it when, like with Devontae Adams. Well, he's not going to play well. I don't think players are going to be like that because that hurts their possible value when they get done with the franchise. I think, Pebble, am I right? Kirk Cousins is the one player that they used a franchise tag on a couple of years. I can't remember how that occurred.
Yeah, it was 2017.
Right, but it played out, right?
Yeah.
Howard in Sherman Park, most surprising sports event of his lifetime. Yes, Howard.
The 60s Packers, because they came after the 50s Packers. And we really were concerned that the league would shut them down.
Yes. You're old, so you got to be like 80.
No, I just remember things early because I'm bright.
Okay. Oh, that's good. It is a good remember. I bought a plaque today from Jeff Sports that has the 5 titles in 7 years. They won 5 titles in 7 years. Think about that. And
in 1958, they were 1-11. They hadn't won anything since like the late 30s.
And please understand, it had nothing to do with Green Bay and Titletown. Just like Marquette had nothing to do with Al McGuire made Marquette. Vince Lombardi made Green Bay. Yes, they were good in the 40s or whatever in the Old Testament, but he made Green Bay.
Even then.
What?
They stunk even then.
For after,
they had to go back to the 30s.
Yeah, 30s. But yes, the Vince Lombardi made Packers just like, there are certain Al McGuire made Marquette. Marquette was nothing nationally until Al McGuire showed up, and they've never been as good since. Probably never will be.
No,
but he put them on the map.
Another big surprise was the Sabathia trade.
Yes, that was excellent comment. And when they did it, that Melvin did it earlier than expected, so they would get him for a little bit longer.
Yeah, that was partly why I did it. It's like now or never.
Yes, I would agree. CC Sabathia has to be mentioned in the neighborhood wherever you want. Thanks for the call. 1-800-990-3776. Break, and then sugar-free. Ralph, Kevin. I just made those up, but I wanted you to think the lines are busy. Next.
The Homer Hour is back after this on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 41, still a hefty ride from Good Hope Road pretty much all the way down to Capitol Drive. The northbound side backing up from Watertown Plank Road up to Capitol. Southbound 43, we have that one pocket of traffic heading right past Bender Road, and then again from Capitol Drive down through the Marquette to about the KK River crossing. On the northbound side, got delays basically from the base of the high-rise bridge up and over through the Marquette all the way up to Locust. Westbound 94, watch for delays out of the Marquette all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. A little bit more of a delay west of Highway 100 to the county line, and one more backup from about Highway F all the way to about Highway 164. Eastbound is slow from Highway 16 to Barker Road, from the Zoo to Hawley Road, and again through the Stadium interchange. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, chance of showers or storms, a low of 60. Tomorrow, chance of showers and storms to start off with, and then partly sunny later on, a high of 70. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed for the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
For the first time, you can stream all of ESPN all in one place. And guys, it's changed the game for me personally. All the best live sports, the most championship moments, studio shows, documentaries, and originals, too many to even name them all. Plus, all these great new features, like watching 4 games at once in multi-view, your fantasy team updates live in-game, Sports Center customized just for you. They thought of everything to make this the ultimate destination for fans. You gotta check it out. Sign up for the all-new ESPN app, like right now.
Looking to heat up a career in HVAC? Dick & Trough Heating and Cooling in Milwaukee is now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians. Family owned and operated, Dick & Trough offers competitive wages, a 401k match, health insurance benefits, and a winning, positive team culture that sets them apart. This is more than a job. It's a chance to grow with a company that truly values its people. Apply now to become their newest team member at dickandtrough.com. Dick & Trough Heating and Cooling. Come see the difference. Apply at dickandtrough.com.
Even your pickiest eater will say yes to this. Crispy chicken tenders are now at Cousin Subs. Perfect on their own with a favorite dipping sauce, or stacked in one of our 2 new subs, classic crispy chicken or bold Buffalo Ranch crispy chicken, made with quality chicken and served on our fresh baked bread. It's a mealtime win for kids and grown-ups. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only here for a limited time. Order in store, online, or on the app today. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Is your roof underperforming? Saggy shingles, leaky spots? Sounds like someone needs a little Evandale roofing. They don't just patch things up, they go all the way. Tight, sealed, satisfied. It's the kind of roof that'll have your neighbors going,
now that's a roof.
Evandale Roofing. They get on top so you don't have to. Call now. Your house deserves it.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
These days, it feels like there's advice for everything. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, screen detoxes. But how do you know what actually works for you? Using trusted resources and talking to live therapists can help you break through the noise. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off the first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
You're listening to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The biggest surprise in your sports life, whatever it is, please understand. If the Packers make a deal and get Micah Parsons, whatever you have is number 2. Because there is a 0.5% chance that he's coming to the Packers. And yes, you need to know that so that if it occurs, you realize how amazing it is. Pebble, what's our Discount Liquor Twitter poll question? Which is more likely to occur in the next week?
Correct, Homer. Just got like a Twitter poll question. The Homer Hour on Twitter at ESPN Milwaukee on Twitter. Which is more likely to occur in the next week? Micah Parsons being traded to the Packers, or a scientist revealing that the Earth is flat? Right now, Parsons traded to the Packers, 50.7% of the vote. Earth revealed is flat, 49.3%.
Yeah, that's good.
Very,
that's
very
good.
close.
That means those. The poll seems to prove that people get it. That's how amazing it would be. All right, let's see. Sugar Free, you're on 94.5 ESPN. Jason Wilde in a minute. Your most surprising thing in sports.
Well, that's not why I called. I'm talking about Parsons. So I don't understand these players in the NFL. If they know they're in a big negotiation like this and their employer, which is the Cowboys, are not willing to work with them, then you just fake a back injury. You just have a back injury. No one can tell you have to go out and have surgery for your back. You have a back injury you cannot play.
What do you get paid if you have an injury? Doesn't that cut your pay in some degree?
No, you get paid your full contract. What are you talking about? If you get released, you have.
There's not an injury amount.
No, absolutely, absolutely
not.
not.
I would agree with you. Yeah.
So guess what? If he fakes a back injury for the whole year, he gets paid. And do you think that the Cowboys are going to franchise him after that? That's what I don't understand why players don't do it. They cannot prove it. Cannot prove it.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Yes, that would be the option, because to franchise, you have to pay top five, and you would be afraid that they wouldn't play again.
Correct.
That back
So
injury
just
could come back.
Collect your money for 3 years.
Yeah.
And he's only 29.
Yeah.
And then you go to your new team, and your back is nice and healthy.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. I don't think there's any. You've got to be willing to sit out an entire year.
Correct.
And I don't know what, but you're right. I don't know what they could medically bring someone in to say the back is fine, but
correct.
You have to, without the specifics, you have to come up with an injury that they can't dispute.
Correct.
And that stuff may exist. Nicely done, Sugar Free. Ralph on the road. You're on 94.5 ESPN. Your biggest surprise or a comment as helpful as Sugar Free's?
My biggest surprise, Homer, is the 1980 U.S. gold medal hockey team.
Yes. Yeah, you nailed it. I don't know why I forgot that. Yeah, that's not. It's people have to go back. Like Russia hadn't lost an international game in like 12 years or something. Yes, that's the answer.
And you had a team full of ragtag college kids from all over the country that haven't played before as a team,
right?
And that they could be essentially professional hockey team.
No, the greatest, arguably the greatest amateur professional team ever. And it would have been impressive if the U.S. had NHL players from the United States. But yes, I moved Reggie White to number 2. Yep, 1980 gold medal. You nailed it. That was actually better than Sugar Free. Thanks, Ralph. Kevin in a car. You're on 94.5 ESPN. You can't be as good as the last two callers. Yes.
Okay, so the guy Micah Parsons stood out for 3 years.
No. Hold on. No, let me explain. No,
that's a bad idea.
He would not sit out for a year. After he sits out for a year, hold on.
No, he said 3 years, Homer.
I know. No, he knew what he meant. He knew that because we both agreed.
3 years, come back at 29.
No, he said. He said. And my ears are pretty good. That the Cowboys would not franchise him for fear that he would do the same thing again.
Okay, so.
But anyway.
Not what I heard. So here's the thing about Jerry Jones right now. I am betting that 31, maybe not 31, but most of the owners are brooding, go Jerry, go right now as far as what you just said a little while back. He's got him for 3 years. He's got Micah Parsons for 3 years. So he could make the pendulum swing, if you get my drift.
Yes. And then we would get to what Sugar Free said, is that he can say that, and then Micah Parsons says, I got a bad back, and I'm not going to be able to probably play all year.
Okay, there are such a thing as lawyers in the world.
Yeah, and I don't.
And the NFL's got.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what you can do.
So,
Go ahead.
It's a smell test, but it's like that would be not something I would bet a lot of money the NFLPA would defend that argument. It's like, okay, wait a minute. They got you for 3 years, 1 year into contract, 2 years of
franchise top five.
Franchising,
top five.
And it's like, in the third year you're healthy. I would be really doubtful that one would fly in the
Kevin, we all agree on one thing. You'd kind of like to see it play out and see what happens. Kevin, thanks for the call. Jason waiting. Neil in Caledonia, you get the last 15 seconds. We hope it's good.
Hey, Homer. Was just traveling home, and I'll be honest, Sabathia and the men's hockey team far blows away mine. However, if you go back into the 90s for some second-round draft pick from Mississippi that no one could even pronounce his name, for that to become a Hall of Famer, that and a Super Bowl champion, that was pretty surprising too.
And that Jerry Rice or who?
No. Brett Favre.
Oh.
From Kiln, Mississippi.
Yes.
A second-round draft pick.
That's true.
To be a Super Bowl champion.
But understand this. Ron Wolf believed, and he was an assistant then with the Jets, I think, he believed that Brett Favre was the best player in the draft. So
he did, but for me, I didn't know jack anything. I think most fans had no clue what this was,
I
it was
agree.
still a surprise.
Yep.
So.
And they didn't know how to pronounce his name. Well done, Neil. Man, these callers are good. Maybe we should take callers more often. Never mind. Jason Wilde next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All the antics.
Overrated.
That's not even, no.
Mark Tremera.
All the action.
If Micah Parsons were to come here, it's what, 3-4 years of Super Bowl or bust.
Don't you feel a little more comfortable if you're Brian Gutekunst and you go out and get a Micah Parsons?
Micah Parsons make them
a legitimate contender. The best of both worlds lives right here. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with Accutrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use Accutrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. Accutrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
According to Time Magazine, Gen Z is drinking 20% less alcohol than all previous generations. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Over our 65 years in business, we've stayed up on all the trends, where you'll always find 2,000 varieties of beer, 4,000 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines. We now also stock over 100 varieties and growing of THCA, CBD, and Delta-9 non-alcoholic specialty-infused drinks. So whether you're experimenting with the latest wellness trend, or you just want something in your fridge that your college kid can call you cool for, come check out our expansive selection. And while you're at it, you do deserve that bottle of bourbon. Discount Liquor in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow and Maine.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
And visit us online at discountliquorinc.com.
August is the final month of the summer savings event at Cunis, and the best deals just got hotter. Don't miss the final weeks of this exclusive event at nearby Milwaukee Metro Cunis locations in Oak Creek, Greenfield, and the new Cunis Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall. We've refreshed new vehicle savings and incentives on the most popular cars, trucks, and SUVs from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. And check your local dealer website for a new set of 10 pre-owned super specials. With fall and winter on the horizon, check out our service specials on brakes, tires, and oil changes.
I'm Brian Bohm, General Manager of Cunis of Oak Creek.
And I'm Bill Eater, General Manager of Cunis of Greenfield.
We would like to invite you to take advantage of these great monthly specials.
And remember that your vehicle will be covered by our exclusive No Fear Lifetime Powertrain Warranty, included with new and qualified pre-owned purchases.
Call or stop in today for your VIP appointment.
Get outside and enjoy the summer savings event at Cunis. Start your search online at CunisMilwaukee.com.
This summer, your wishes take center stage at WishFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all summer for over $1 million in prizes and earn entries into the WishFest prize drawings on Friday, September 26th. Your entries from July, August, and September all count. Plus, 5 lucky winners will have their ultimate wish granted. Wish big, win big. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Rain Man is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Skip the line and order online with the Cousin Subs mobile app and join the Cousins Club. Cousin Subs, they believe in better. Welcome back to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. It's time for Jason Wilde on the Homer Hour on 94.5 ESPN.
Jason Wilde has been listening to somebody, talking to somebody. We want to know everything that's important from those conversations. Jason Wilde, all Packers all the time. Good evening, Jason.
Good afternoon, Homer. How are you?
I'm fine. What'd you learn?
What did I learn? I learned that Brian Gutekunst, who, if you remember, was in on trading for Khalil Mack. There's a lot of things to think about when it comes to a bold move. So I thought he was insightful about that. He was asked more directly about Micah Parsons and basically said the same things he'd said in a longer form earlier, that he can't talk about players on other teams, but every opportunity that's out there, if you think it could help the Packers, you're going to take a long look at it. So I don't know if Micah Parsons is going to end up with the Green Bay Packers or not, but I think fans that are excited about it can continue to be excited about it.
But he would say that about anybody. I mean, it was like a general.
Right.
You know,
So
if
more
Patrick Mahomes was available, he'd say the same thing.
Right. So more importantly, Jordan Love took snaps today. He's got a wrap on his thumb, but he even took some snaps from under center. Jaden Reed and Dontavion Wicks were both on the field practicing. Jaden Reed's injury is a problematic injury.
Whoa!
If he's going to he intends to play through it, but from what I understand, it's a Jones fracture, which is problematic. So it's going to take a lot of kind of taking care of it and being careful with it. And so I'm curious to see how he manages it, but he is definitely he's gonna play. So I talked to him for a few minutes today, but to me, you know, as much as the Micah Parsons conversation is fun and interesting and gets Packers fans excited, you know, I think the more important things were Nate Hobbs is not practicing today. He was inside the Hudson Center getting some work, but was not actually practicing. Xavier McKinney was. So, you know, we kind of felt like he kept saying throughout this time that he was going to be ready for the opener. And so he's trending that way. Their offensive line from left to right was Rasheed Walker at left tackle, Aaron Banks at left guard, Elton Jenkins at center, Sean Ryan at right guard, and Zach Tom at right tackle. So it would appear that is how they will start the season. But again, we don't see at this point in the year the team periods. So perhaps, you know, maybe Jordan Morgan got some snaps at left tackle also. Maybe they're going to rotate guys. You know, Matt LaFleur didn't say anything about what their plan is at left tackle. He wasn't asked about it. But it'll be interesting to see how that line is. I talked to Aaron Banks for a while. You know, he did acknowledge that, as goofy as that sounded, that story about the hotel beds may have factored into him exacerbating his issues with his back. But he practiced yesterday when we weren't there. He practiced today, and he feels like he's back to 100%, but he understands you have to manage back issues. So, and I talked to the new offensive lineman, Darian Kennard, who is a little surprised how when someone from the Eagles, when they were putting together his media guide bio, asked for a fun fact, and he said that he was related to Dolly Parton, it took on a life of its own. It is true, but it's something that people have taken and ran with that he wasn't expecting.
What do you mean it's true? Like distant relative?
It's true. He's related. Yeah, his aunt.
Like a ninth cousin or what?
I don't know how this works. I've never done like
right.
What is that? Ancestry?
Yeah, whatever it's called. Ancestry.
His aunt, his cousins with Dolly Parton.
There you go.
So it's kind of a distant relative, like second cousin once removed or whatever. I don't know how that works.
I kind of like the guy. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good one to add to the media guide, don't you think?
Sure. I mean, I think it's fun. I think my point was that of all the things I talked about with him, because I was really curious about him, because the guy's only played 3 games in the NFL. Like, he's been in the league for 3 years. He's got 3 Super Bowl rings, but he's played 3 games. And one of them, he played 6 special team snaps. He started their last game for the Eagles when they sat all their starters last year. And, you know, he's behind a bunch of, like, their offensive line in Philly, I think 4 of the 5 starters have been an all-pro at least once. So that's a pretty hard group to crack. So maybe he's a really good player who's been trapped behind really good players.
Yeah. Which injury concerns you the most?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how Jaden Reed is going to function with that injury. I don't know how that's going to work. I would always back issues are always problematic, so I do think that that's something that will have to be monitored with Aaron Banks. But to me, again, I think I don't know if it was Brian that said this morning on our show, or Tausch that said it yesterday. I spent so much time with washed-up right tackles, but one of them said that the 2 injuries that worry them the most are feet and backs, and we just talked about 2 of them.
That's weird. Jim McIlvain says the same thing about basketball. He has feet number 1, which I thought, okay, that's for people really big, tall. But, so NFL players are big and often tall as well. Thanks, Jason.
All right, Homer, take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde, all Packers all the time, ESPNWisconsin.com. Dr. Aaron Holterbeck and his team make vision care a top priority with the latest technologies at their state-of-the-art Brookfield office. This amazes me. I went there. He said, I've been helping local patients with their eye care needs for over 20 years, doing great. And then he says, we got to do better. Got to deal with more things. So he added Dr. Nausheen Abbas joined the team. They're now accepting new patients. That almost never happens, accepting new patients. So don't mess with your vision. Trust the experts who are experts in all these different issues. Holterbeck Eye Center in Brookfield near the corner of Calhoun and Capitol. Learn more about their services at holterbeck.com. The analysis. Giannis's brother. Next.
Still a little bit backed up eastbound 94 from Highway 164 all the way through the Barker Road area to Brookfield Road, back on the brakes from the zoo to Hawley Road, and again through the Stadium interchange to 35th. Westbound 94, heavy out of the Marquette to about Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound 43, you got your backups from about Keefe all the way down through the Marquette and onto the high rise. You're back on the brakes from about Beecher down to the KK River crossing. And the northbound side backing up right around the North Avenue curve up past Locust. Traffic is brought to you by Comfort Awnings. Extend your outdoor space with a retractable awning or screen like I did with my friends at Comfort Awnings. Custom designed to fit your home. Get your free estimate at comfortawnings.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, you'll have a chance of showers or storms, a low of 60 tomorrow. That chance of showers and storms continue through most of the day, then partly sunny later on, a high of 70. Weather is brought to you by Avondale Roofing. Raise the roof and your standards with Avondale Roofing, your trusted partner for over 30 years. Remember, they get on top so you don't have to. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, where everything is better at the lake. Dive into endless outdoor activities, including boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on the serene Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind in the award-winning Calidora Spa. Enjoy gourmet meals at 1878 on the lake, casual bites at the Lookout Bar and Eatery, and sweet treats at the Isle of Capri Cafe. Explore Delavan Lake's stunning shores and historic landmarks from the comfort of their 76-foot cruise boat, the Lake Lawn Queen. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.